Hello, Oak Grove. Happy Wednesday to all of you. This is the second installment in my new little series here, Pastor's Midweek Check-In, where I'm just populating into your Facebook feed and your YouTube feed every week on Wednesdays or Thursdays just to say hi and just to connect our church family together so that the church remains on our hearts and minds throughout the course of our everyday lives. Church does not end after we say go in peace, serve the Lord, thanks be to God on Sunday. So every week I'll be hopefully dropping by as I'm able just to say hello and chat about whatever's on my mind. Maybe we'll do a devotional some weeks. Maybe we'll have a tour of the building on some weeks. Maybe I'll show you something that's been on my mind. Whatever. It could go in all sorts of different directions. So thank you for taking part of your week to sit with me in this way. So for this week, I'm going to show you my shopping haul for this week. I stopped by Target the other day and I picked up a new sleeping bag. I did not own a sleeping bag. I picked up one of those. And I also stopped by Best Buy today and I picked up a new portable battery, a portable power pack for my iPad because my iPad's battery is pretty much shot. And rather than pick up a brand new iPad for close to $1,000, I figured I would just get an extended battery for it. Why did I buy those things this week? Well, I bought those because I will be needing them as we congregate this coming Friday and Saturday. It is Synod Assembly time. It is that time of year when representatives from the Southwestern PA Synods, 140 plus congregations, the exact number I'm not quite sure about right now because the number is usually a little bit in flux. They'll all be sending representatives down to the Penn West, California campus this coming Friday and Saturday so that we may have our annual Synod Assembly. We will worship together. We will fellowship together. And of course, we will do a lot of business together. There's a lot of things that need to be voted on. And Synod Assembly, like many things in life, can be looked at as an obligation, as it's one more thing on the calendar that you have to do, or it can be fun if you decide to have fun with it. I'm finding that ever since I started in the candidacy process and ministry that, every time there is an event where the whole synod is to be represented and we all get together, for a synod-wide event, it's always neat how many more people I recognize every time I go. Like I'm meeting more and more people where, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I've seen that guy before. And so that's pretty cool. It is a good thing. It is a healthy thing for us to remain very connected with the larger church. It is very important to remember that we don't do this ministry thing in a vacuum here in our little corner of the world here in New Sewickley Township at Oak Grove, where our church campus makes it feel like, and of course I live on said campus, makes it feel like you're a million miles from civilization, but we are part of a much, much larger faith family that supports us and we support them. And it's important to lean into that strength and remember that we are not alone in this endeavor. And so getting together with the larger synod is good. And I thank very much the representatives from our congregation, Brandon James, Tana Perenovich, and for as long as we still have him, Pastor Dave Saylor, who, thank God, he has taken a call that we are so happy for him. We are so excited for Pastor Dave that he has a new call. He has been wanting that for a very long while. But unfortunately, his congregation's gain is our loss. That means that he will no longer be as much a part of our Oak Grove family going forward. I certainly hope he's able to be a presence with us, but we'll understand if he's not able to be. Those three individuals have volunteered to attend Synod Assembly to represent Oak Grove this year. And so we will be spending the day together Friday and a good half of the day or so on Saturday. And of course, Synod Assembly, there's always all sorts of important business that needs to be done. But what is particularly important to note is that over the next year, our synod will need to be prayerfully discerning the qualities that we want to look for in our next bishop. Bishop Cussero's term expires in 1 year, and as many of you already know, he has already expressed that he is not interested in seeking another term. We offer our thanks to God for everything that he has done for our synod for so many years now. And the synod will need to elect his successor at next year's assembly. And so over the next year, we will be putting a lot of thought and a lot of prayerful discernment into who will that individual be. The process for doing that is one of the items of business that will be discussed at length at this year's assembly. They'll be going over some of the technical details about how the votes will happen, and more than that, there will be discussions about what kinds of candidates we want to prayerfully consider for our next bishop. And so that is an extremely important endeavor as we look ahead to the future of our synod and look ahead to the future of the ELCA and what those things will look like in the years to come and what kind of leader is the right person to bring us to that moment. And so I ask for your prayers upon those attending Synod Assembly in 2 days, upon everyone who will be involved in the process of voting for the next bishop over the next year, and that we prayerfully seek God's will and guidance as to who that candidate will be. And so, and I didn't mention, why did I buy a sleeping bag? Well, it's because when you're staying in the dorm rooms at the Penn West California campus, you have to bring your own bedding. And I figured, rather than mess around with bringing bedding, I thought a sleeping bag was easier, so I'm just going to throw a sleeping bag on the bed, in case I didn't explain that, just to make that clear. So Synod Assembly is always a little bit of fun. You always get to see people that you haven't seen for a while, and there's important work to be done there. So prayers for our contingent from Oak Grove that is attending this year, prayers for everyone that is attending Synod Assembly and doing that good work. So please pray for us as we do those things this weekend. So I just thought I'd chat with you about Synod Assembly, Oak Grove. That's all I got for you this week. I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. Thank you. Take care and have a great week.